Imagine this. It's Sunday night. You open a new notebook. You write, start a business, get fit, learn a new skill. This year will be different. For a few minutes, you feel amazing, like your future self is already successful. Then Monday arrives, and somehow, instead of building that business, you're watching a guy pressure wash a driveway on YouTube for 17 minutes. Why does this happen? Why do people dream big but do absolutely nothing? And more importantly, what if the problem isn't laziness at all? What if your brain is secretly working against you? Most people think procrastination is a time management problem. It's not. If it were, buying a planner would solve it. And let's be honest, most planners end up becoming expensive paper decorations. Psychologists have discovered something interesting. Procrastination is actually an emotion regulation problem. In simple words, you're not avoiding the task. You're avoiding the feelings the task creates. Think about it. You finally decide to work on that project you've been delaying for months. The moment you sit down, your brain starts producing thoughts like, what if I fail? What if it's not good enough? What if everyone realizes I'm not as talented as they think? Suddenly the task feels heavy. Not physically, emotionally, and your brain hates emotional discomfort. Now something interesting happens. You feel uncomfortable, so you grab your phone. Just for a minute, you open Instagram or TikTok or YouTube. And within seconds, that uncomfortable feeling starts fading away. Relief, tiny but powerful. Your brain notices this. It learns a lesson. Difficult task equals discomfort. Phone equals relief. And according to neuroscience, whatever gets rewarded gets repeated. So the next time a difficult task appears, your brain already knows the shortcut. Escape first. Feel better now. Deal with the task later. Except later never comes. And without realizing it, you enter what psychologists call an avoidance loop. A cycle where avoiding the task feels good in the short term, but slowly makes life worse in the long term. Let's zoom inside the brain, because this gets fascinating. Imagine you're about to start a difficult project, a presentation, a side business, a college assignment, a job application. Almost immediately, a small part of your brain called the amygdala wakes up. Think of the amygdala as your brain's security guard. Its job is to detect threats. 4. The problem, it isn't very good at telling the difference between a tiger is chasing me and this project might be difficult. To the amygdala, both can feel dangerous, so it sends out alarm signals: run, escape, do something else. Fortunately, another part of the brain steps in, the anterior cingulate cortex. This area helps evaluate situations and make decisions. It's basically the adult in the room. When it's working properly, it says, relax, nobody's dying, just write the first paragraph. But when stress becomes too strong, the amygdala can overwhelm the system, and suddenly, cleaning your kitchen feels more urgent than working on your life goals. Now maybe you're thinking, okay, but I'm not lazy. Actually, I'm busy all day. Exactly. And that's where things get sneaky. Many chronic procrastinators aren't doing nothing. They're doing everything except the thing that matters most. Ever noticed this? You need to finish an important project, but instead, you organize your desk, reply to old emails, watch productivity videos, research productivity apps, compare productivity apps, watch reviews about productivity apps. At this point, you've built an entire career around avoiding one task. Psychologists call this productive procrastination. You're staying busy, so you don't have to feel guilty, because doing nothing creates guilt, and guilt is another uncomfortable emotion, which means the brain wants to escape it too. Then there's perfectionism, the most socially acceptable form of procrastination. People say, I'm waiting for the right time, I need a better plan, I need more preparation. But often what they really mean is, I'm scared this won't be perfect. Perfectionism sounds ambitious. But psychologically, it's often fear wearing a fancy suit, because if you never start, you never have to risk failing. So what's the solution? Surprisingly, it's not motivation, it's not discipline, and it's definitely not watching another productivity video. The solution is much simpler. Just start, not finish, not master, not perfect. Start. Tell yourself 5 minutes, that's it. 5 minutes. Once you begin, your brain gets new information. The task wasn't as painful as expected, the threat wasn't real, the discomfort starts shrinking, and momentum starts growing. Here's the strange truth. Most of the time, you're not avoiding the task. You're avoiding the emotion you think the task will create, and those are very different things. The project isn't stopping you, the fear of the project is. So next time you catch yourself scrolling instead of starting, remember this: the pain of starting usually lasts a few minutes. The pain of avoiding can last for years. And often, the hardest part of any dream isn't finishing, it's beginning.